Hiya, and welcome to a new episode of my Flosstube. My name is Jacob de Graaf, and I am the owner and designer of Modern Folk Embroidery. And this is yet another mini Flosstube episode as part of the holiday countdown stitch along that we're hosting together with Evertoad and Roxy Flosco. Today we're going to look at the holiday sampler of Amelia Jane Bougourd from 1878. It's this lovely sampler here. It says, "Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, 1878. No cross, no crown. Amelia Bougourd, aged 11 years, Guernsey, St. Mary's School." I love this sampler. I think she's really, really sweet. It's got that lovely ship on it. It's got a squirrel on it. She ran out of colours, so she stitched with a different colour. The back is super bright, as you can see here. I mean, this is just amazing how bright this back is compared to what you see on the front. When you look at it like this, I'll try and flip it over so you can quickly see it. So there's been a lot of fading and a lot of colours have become really soft. These very grey, sort of grey colours, they were actually bright purple. Like a red purple, like a beetroot water type of red. It's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, she had an intriguing life, little Amelia. She was from a very large family. There was 12 siblings in total. Her father was a quarryman working in the quarries of Guernsey. In the 19th century, a lot of quarrymen came from Cornwall over to live on Guernsey and work in the quarries. Her family, however, is a proper genuine Guernsey family, having lived there since the early 1600s that I've been able to trace back. But I don't know a lot about, for the rest, what happened in her life. I know some of the events. I know she was one of 12 siblings. I know that she married a gentleman called John Thomas Houghton, who was a grocer. At one point they moved to London, and I know that's where she passed away in 1934. They travelled to Canada by boat in 1831. There is a passage on a ship called the Empress of France, which is quite cool. They had 5 children in total. One of them enlisted during World War I and sadly passed away just a few days after Armistice. But it's fascinating that you can know all these facts about a person, and I still haven't got a photo of her. So I'm really trying to find descendants of her, because she had 5 children and several were grown up and had families of their own. So there must be descendants there, and there must also be photos of her because she passed away in the 1930s. So it's highly likely that there are photos of her floating around. It's just a matter of trying to find them now. I just love the sampler. I love the simplicity of it. I've not been able to find any information of what kind of a ship the Eno is. That would be really interesting to find out. But I think you could stitch this without stitching the full background as well. You could just leave off all that full coverage stitching. So not stitch this background. You could even choose not to stitch the sky here, just the water and the ship. And then the whole brown background of the squirrel as well, you could ignore that. I think this would look really nice on a hand-dyed, very dark linen perhaps. That would be kind of cool, and I think I might do that as well as a little holiday project. It's not too much stitching, I believe, then, which would be kind of fun as a little project. But I haven't decided yet if it is worth charting this one, because it is a lot of work, of course, and I need to also know if they would be interested in this sampler. So do let me know in the comments if you would be eager to see Amelia being charted for your stitching enjoyment. If I do, then I will give the full cover option, and then you can just decide to leave that out. And in the digital PDFs, I will also then would put a pattern keeper version without the background, so you don't have to keep those stitches in your calculations. I think I will leave it at that because I don't think I have any other information. Oh yes, I have one last thing which is really interesting. When she passed away, there was a window dedicated to her and her husband in the Church of Sark, which is another one of the Channel Islands, and I'll put a picture of that in here as well, which I thought was quite interesting. That they must have done quite well in life as well, they must have been very beloved by someone who had money, because getting a full-size, huge window with your names on it must have cost a pretty penny. So yes, I really want to try and find out a little bit more about Amelia as well before I release this booklet. But yes, do let me know if you would be interested in Amelia's chart, and I really look forward to reading your comments, and I will be back with another video very soon. For now, have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.